Ali, stop. I love you. Stop, be a good puppy.
Hey everyone, Kris here.
And my name is Guillaume. Welcome to Thommann's Guitars and Basses and to yet another exceptional video, dare I say.
Kris guitar!
To celebrate and commemorate the release today, probably, hopefully, if we edit on time, of the exceptional PRS NF53 SE. The longer-awaited model
yes.
of bringing the NF53 experience at a much more affordable price point without any concession.
Yeah, they pretty much halved it.
They halved it.
And we'll talk about the tiny differences, but it's essentially a guitar that is so very close to the US version. Fun fact about the name. It's the SE NF53, and if you say those four letters together, it makes Senf, which is mustard in German.
I'm sure it's the reason why most German people will buy that guitar, and I understand. It's reason only is good enough.
Life is better with mustard. We'll talk about wood selection, all the electronics, the pickups, which are slightly different, the hardware, everything, and of course you'll find links in the description below. Check those out for all the actual full-on 100% accurate and full spec list.
And the three different variants of that color, black dog hair, white dog hair, and
white solid.
White solid.
White. Let's hear it clean.
Ish.
Clean.
Clean enough.
I really want to play the guitar, but I want to hear how it compares to a double humbucker. This is the McCarty 594, which is our beloved studio double humbucker guitar. I want to hear the difference because those are humbuckers, but you should not imagine them sounding like, or shouldn't expect them to sound like.
It's one of Paul's spells. One of the many examples of his wizardry.
Can you play something clean? Just something, neck and bridge, and then the same maybe here? Because this is the Rev D40 on a clean channel and the 2x12 Harley Benton with the Celestion Greenback 75 speaker. I will also do a bit of comparison. We have a Vintera 2 tally here just to show how this is, how this fits in the picture.
How this is exactly not this or that or anything else.
Exactly, which is the point to be made here.
Yeah.
No, I think this was really interesting. First of all, much more output. Second of all, much warmer, bigger, rounder.
Yeah, but there's a clarity and a definition to that one that's edging on single coil, but without necessarily some of the bad sides of single coils.
It's like a beef and lap single coil, definitely, and noiseless, obviously.
Exactly.
It's a humbucker.
Humbucking. It's bucking the hum.
All right, so let's talk about a bit of the specs, and maybe if we forget something, we can come back to it afterwards.
It's made out of wood.
Yeah, mostly. Some metal and plastic.
Yes.
Maple neck and boards, of course, and this is, as far as I can tell, swamp ash. Ash for sure. I think it's a swamp ash body. I'll put it on screen.
Flavor.
And these two pickups are really interesting because there are little metal separators, metal pieces between the pole pieces. This is a little trick that they use to change the magnetic field of these pickups, and they figured that it's just amazing. Of course, you have brass saddles and like almost like an ashtray, but a much more compact and modern bridge type. Master volume and tone, no push-pull because even though these are humbuckers, they do not sound like humbuckers, so you don't want to split them. Three-way toggle, which is really nice, or like a blade switch, and a different pickguard shape. If you have the NF53 in front of you, that has a much more classic shaped, even though it does not look like an original Telecaster at all, and I appreciate that. This looks again different, and honestly, I see a bit of a Vela in there.
There's
you know what I mean?
definitely some of
Like a
that
bit of a
for
S2
sure. Like going
PRS
back to
vibe.
surround the bridge. I didn't know how I felt about this in the beginning. It is
This
growing
section.
on me because it is very narrow around the pickup,
Yeah.
so it could look.
It looks like a
it was
pickup
only
ring,
the pickup.
really.
Yeah,
It's just a part of the rest of the
which
pickguard.
I'm coming to terms with. Give me a second. It's, it's fresh. It's very fresh.
Yeah, so three finishes: solid white, this dog hair white, and dog hair black, and it's a nice and round neck. It's not as big as an early 50s U-shaped neck, so like the original Tellies. This is like a really nice and big C.
It tapers to something that's a little thinner as
Oh yeah,
well.
and a bit more D.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't feel huge here.
It's a really, really nice feel. Like something that I enjoy about the Silver Sky as well.
Yeah.
Like the way,
Yeah.
like that neck shape. I feel like this is
A dream.
A little biffier version of what that is. but
Exactly. If
it's
you like
really
bigger
nice.
necks, this is just the ideal round neck. Like it's not
phenomenal.
huge, but it's big, and it still fits in most hands. I have short fingers, and still, it's just absolutely ergonomic. I can even do the over thumbing thing. I just want to play it. I'm going through the Deluxe Reverb right now with the 2x12 cab with the same speaker. It's the Citizen Greenback 75. We love this speaker, obviously. I'll play it a bit clean and drivey, and then we'll just get the the elephant out of the room. Boy, oh boy.
I mean,
It's every bit as good as I hoped it was.
yeah,
gonna be.
exactly. I think, and it's since it's a guitar that's like no other guitar in its sound, like it sits somewhere in between what we know and just I don't know. It feels very special to me, and the NF53 felt very special,
100%.
but it's an expensive guitar for a guitar that's not the S type, the
Yeah.
T type, or the LP type.
I
you
think
know?
it's the checking the boxes
all the
issue.
all the
Yeah.
594, like the McCarty type,
Yeah,
like because this is a guitar that earns its price tag
Yeah.
through trials and tribulations and
Yeah.
through every iteration that it's been through. This was a new model, and it kind of had to take its place. And I knew that for a lot of people that was going to be too steep. However, I feel like this is the entry door that's going to convince a lot of people that, goddamn, this is exceptional, and that means that the US model is just up there.
It's just a hint over.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that we're going to start seeing those guitars a lot more than we did, and good on them, because
honestly,
they deserve
it's
it.
not very often. Exactly how you say it. It's like in between beloved models and in between sounds, and you don't see that very often.
Because you see a lot of slide players struggling to find their spot in between the single coil and the humbucker, which both have drawbacks that come out maybe a little more sharply when we talk about slide guitar, and that's why a lot of them gravitate towards the gold foil or the P90 or even the Jazzmaster pickup, because they want the richer low end, the beefier, to maybe counteract brass, for example, which is a very popular choice of slide. And I think those pickups are pretty exceptional for that as well, because they sit bang in the middle, and yeah, I'm excited to spend more time with that guitar.
Thoughts?
So as I age and gain in wisdom,
no way.
I do tend to gravitate towards humbuckers nowadays, and it's becoming a thing. And I know my DGT has been a great part in drawing me towards humbuckers more and more. I still love both, and I still find my happy place in both. But this is so gosh darn spanky.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's just so insert guitar words. You know, it's like it's so chewy and spanky and bright and crisp, but at the same time it's mellow and full and rich. And you know, can you think of other words? Let us know in the comment section. It's phenomenal. It's really impressive. And again, something that I found in the US model as well.
Yeah, totally.
But
we made a live stream on that. You'll find it still on the channel. You can rewatch it.
But
it
to
was
get
really
to get that sound at something so special and so original at that price is now, to me, that was the missing piece of the puzzle, and that's just
I mean, that's the thing. Like, close your eyes and just think about like a really cool bluesy neck pickup sound. And if you hear this, do you think of a humbucker?
Yeah.
The dynamics and
I think of 2.5 humbuckers that are capable of doing that. Like 98% of humbuckers cannot do that.
Yeah, well, sound just much sweeter, a bit more compressed, which is the good thing about like a PAF style pickup.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
but this doesn't want to be like that. It's I think it's special, and I absolutely agree with you. This is the right price for, I think, a lot of players who just want a really high quality, like don't want to compromise on quality at all, want something that keeps its value, which is again something that is tough to get if the initial price is very low, but wants like something that's in between, which is still very much, based on something that a lot of us love and appreciate, the tele shape and that kind of spirit, but is so much further down the road, like so many steps ahead of the original design, which is not an easy thing to do.
Oh,
most people are like, what?
Reinventing the wheel is
difficult.
It's
like, don't touch that design. It's like, it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect for what it is, but you can tweak it and you can bring it towards other directions. And the way this deals with drive, even if it's just a hint, like a cranked clean channel, it's never piercy, it's never annoying. Not even the bridge pickup, which is usually something that can take heads off if it's like a 60s style. You know what I mean? That is really bright, but this is just sweet. All right, enough blabber. Let us know in the comments below what you want to know about the synth, about the SE NF53. We clearly love it. If you want to know anything that we forgot to mention, let us know. We'll come back to you. And see you in another video, I guess.
Soon, probably.
If you wanna.
Lately, it's been like one every hour.
Hour, yeah.
Easy.
Bye-bye.
3, 4.